case, let's move to wrap up. We'll do closing statements. And Mike, would you start? 1 minute, please.
It's interesting that Elvis came in when I was teaching over at Merritt College. And Laney, he was my boss. And he's been working in healthcare off and on for a few years, but I saw the problems with healthcare firsthand. My history students very often came in sick or had their services shredded by the state so that they had to bring kids into my classroom. And these types of things became more and more common as we went through the more difficult times in the last several years. I want to stop that. I like to do whatever we can to work with people. My idea is to keep the health net and the safety net is the emergency and the trauma parts of our hospital intact. My family has spent over 60 years in the healthcare occupation as a doctor and nurse, and my wife is a healthcare policy specialist. And I lived here for a long time, and this is a wonderful little place. I think to keep it on top of things health-wise. Thanks for having me here, and I hope you can give me your vote.
Well, you've heard from both of us, and I should say, Jared Battani as well. She has similar experience. She has a background in healthcare, and she's been very effective. Both Mike and Jordan have done a tremendous job under challenging circumstances. As I will, and I have a little bit different, we all have these master's degrees and we've all worked in healthcare, but I have a little bit different experience. I've worked, I'm the only candidate who's negotiated contracts negotiated directly at the table as a manager with the City of Oakland, negotiated with employees, also signed contracts. I think that they've signed contracts with their unions at the hospital, but I've actually negotiated with labor groups as a board member and as a manager. I'm the only candidate who's hired public agency CEOs. I've hired 2 superintendents as well. And I am the only candidate who has experience in environmental awareness and making a facility and making a district greener, and which I will do for Alameda Hospital, which I think is really important, especially with the seismic upgrades. And finally, I'm the only candidate that I'm part of the Oakland Emergency Response Team, and I'm the only candidate who has emergency response experience as well to respond in the event of the emergency, which is really why we all voted for this parcel tax. So I would appreciate your thought and your vote. www.tracyjensen.com. You can find out more.